All right, it is Box Office Friday. That means we have Tony Siscano here with us today. So, Tony, I hear there's not really anything major coming out this weekend.
It's really weird for Labor Day not to have any new movies out.
It is weird.
There is a small movie I'm going to throw some love to this morning.
Okay.
It's called Lake Sevan and the Golden Gun.
Okay.
And this is done by it's done by a group of local shoestring budget filmmakers. And I always get notes and emails about, hey, you know, how do we support local film? Well, this is a good way. This is all about a securities expert who is blackmailed into pulling off a heist. And it is kind of a combination of Ocean's 11 and some other really fun films. Again, done for maybe less than what lunch would be.
Wow.
Yeah, it is really a very funny movie and well done.
It's amazing to see what these producers, these filmmakers are able to do on such a short budget.
Yeah, they managed to get into a couple of film festivals around the country, but it is homegrown. It's going to be playing at the Jordan Commons, maybe at Thanksgiving Point, some other places. Check it out. Go online, take a look at it, Lake Sevan and the Golden Gun, and show it some love.
Love it. Okay, we're going to talk about some movies opening this fall, right?
Yeah, we're going to do a little coming attractions, and the first one we're going to talk about is Rambo: Last Blood. And if you're, you know, grew up with Sylvester Stallone, Sylvester Stallone, he's
that was great.
Yeah, he's John Rambo once again. This is kind of, you know, it's a redemption movie where he is coming to terms with his past, and then has to kind of solve a huge problem by using his tactical abilities.
Of course.
Yeah, so again, we're seeing a lot of, you know, 1970s and 80s bankable stars coming back into roles. And as a matter of fact, Schwarzenegger is coming back in a Terminator movie later this year as well.
We can't get enough of them. We want them to come back.
Well, you know,
they've been taking a break. Now it's over.
Maybe they can't think of any new ideas because everything seems to be a sequel. And speaking of which,
lots of sequels this year.
Zombieland is back with a sequel. This is based on 2009's hit movie Zombieland. This is Zombieland Double Tap. And the whole group is back together. Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Abigail Breslin.
You know, I loved this original movie. I think it's a little, I mean, it's almost like a cult classic at this point, you know, Zombieland.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, it was so fresh and new when we saw it. And this time, they've tried to settle down somewhere in the Midwest, and now the zombies are evolving. So that's the premise of this movie. That opens October 18th, just in time for Halloween.
Perfect.
Yeah, finally. Not finally, but A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I've been waiting for this movie since it was announced that Tom Hanks was going to take the role of
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. And this is based on a book that was written by journalist Tom Jernaud about his relationship. And it's a long-time relationship, a friendship, not a relationship that way, but a friendship with Fred Rogers, and why and how Mr. Rogers became so popular and iconic into just about everyone's childhood.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think maybe more so than anybody else.
And this movie opens, I'm sorry, I don't mean to step on you.
No, it's okay. This is exciting.
That's a horrible thing to do on television, isn't it? This movie opens November 22nd, and expect a PG-13 when it does come out. And finally,
one we've all been waiting for.
Star Wars. This is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This completes the Skywalker saga. Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver are back trying to figure out who's who, what's what, and where's where. And every fan that's been looking at these trailers, it keeps slowing it down frame by frame to watch cookies, to see if there's clues.
We've all got this trailer memorized at this point because we've seen it. We're riveted when we see it. It's a great trailer.
Now, that doesn't mean it's the end of Star Wars completely. It's just, I think the story here is going to have its final chapter, but, you know, this is a license to print money for, you know, and
we're all going to see it.
There's amusement parks and all that, so I think they'll keep feeding this fire, but again, this will conclude the Skywalker saga.
Well, Tony, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Lots of fun movies to look forward to this fall. Can't wait. If you like Tony as much as we do, head on over to Facebook and give Talking Pictures a like, or visit online at talkingpictures.tv. Also, you can always find everything on abc4.com/GMU.
Everything.